Well, I tell you what, the music timed up absolutely perfectly for the transition here today. We're diving back into some PGA Tour 2K25 tonight. I know that on Tuesdays we've been doing other games, but last night we finished up our Dark Souls item and enemy randomizer, and kind of as title implies a bit, at least the Twitch title, I don't think I updated the YouTube one, playing ranked till the baby comes. We're trying to manifest it. Wife and I are ready. So yeah, we're gonna chill and play some ranked tonight. Hopefully climb the ladder a little bit. I know that the game has gone free to play on PS Plus, so should be an influx of players to beat up on. No, I don't. You should not be playing ranked if you just got the game. Stop it. Not healthy. Not healthy. Don't do it. Hey, what's going on, Dangler? Flyers randomizer? Lindros returns? What's going on? I don't know when to go. How you doing, dude? Yeah, I had to, the Flyers actually finally won a shootout. They were winning them so much in the beginning of the season. And then I feel like every shootout they've got into, they've lost. So happy to see that. Also, Hulk, I see you. I see you in there first. Hope you're doing well, man. Vandy, what up, what up? All right, where do we want to start here? Do we just go raw? No, this is regular matchmaking. Maybe I should, I don't know, should I go raw into ranked? Is that bad? We should do like 9 holes. Let's do that. Let's do like 9 holes of a society and then we go. 24/7 stream until the baby comes, Luis. No, we're not that committed. We're not that committed, because if the baby's not here, then I'm going back to work tomorrow. Live stream when the baby comes? No, I'm not. I will be hitting straight into paternity leave. You guys won't see me. If you want to talk to me, I'll be on Discord, but that's about it. The day when your second was scheduled to be induced, Mrs. Vandy realized once you got to the hospital that something had been forgotten at home. By the time you're getting back to the hospital, there's a huge parade happening. Couldn't get back in there. Luckily, the doctor could not reach the hospital, so you reschedule. Play right until the baby comes. It's more of a figurative thing. More of a figurative thing. Extremely fast screens, my goodness. We're just hoping that I have to stop the stream and be like, see ya, having a baby, bye. That's the hope. Will it happen? Who knows? Who knows? My wife has had so many false starts, so to speak, at this point. So, who knows? We're hopeful that it's soon. Having a baby, we are. We are indeed having a little one. I'm your favorite streamer. That's a bold choice. That is a bold choice. I appreciate it. Of course. Bold choice nonetheless. All the best when it does come. Thank you. Yeah, it's just the, like, you're at the last stages of it. You're getting to the point where, like, okay, now baby is technically late. Okay. Hey, thank you, Dangler. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. Obviously, we already have one, but, you know, gotta add to the party. Okay, I'm getting a little inside. It's a good thing I did not go straight into straight into ranked. I gotta get my swing situated a little bit. 121. Falls out. I continue to push. I need like a straighter back feeling there. Just outside. Okay. Okay, we're trying to learn. Trying to learn. It did say extremely fast. So that may also be skewing my perception of things. Alright, straighter back to left. That's what we're talking about. Silky smooth. So yeah, it's just like we're technically, it's just that thing. Like you're at the baby's due date. You know, obviously for me it's just whatever my wife tells me, right? I have no concept, but you know, my wife feels things happening and then stopping and start, so it's just ready. Just ready for it to be time. And now we pulled it. That's too straight back of a feeling. Roger, roger. It's a girl. It's a girl. So I'm not fully prepared for how that's going to alter my life. You know, suddenly I get to be the very protective father. Gonna be a very different experience, I'm sure. You know, obviously I tell myself, oh, I don't want to be the not overprotective, but just like the very quick to pick the kid up and like all those sorts of things. But who knows? Who knows what's gonna go on? Just outside. Okay, we're starting to get somewhere. We're starting to get somewhere, which means as soon as we go into ranked and we putt on much different green speeds, it'll all go to crap, but it's fine. Cannot. Oh my lord. That's considered sand, huh? Okay. So we're gonna go for a backstop play here. Oh, that's too much. I thought that uphill slope was just gonna nuke it. What's going on, Marcus? Ranked before the baby comes? Yes. That way I can, you know, I can gift somebody a win. Yeah, that'll be the ultimate parting gift. To be like, wife tells me, okay, it's time to go, and I'll be like, all right, this person gets a free dub. Easy 74%. And we'll just watch this thing drop straight down left into the hole. Easy peasy. Good effort. Good effort. The Assassin's Creed games. So I have played like Assassin's Creed 2. I had 2, 3, or not 3. Yes, 3. I had Assassin's Creed 2. I had the... Was it Revelations? Was that the other Ezio one? Played the American Revolution one. I think that was 3. Because Brotherhood was like the fake 3. I think Unity was the last one that I played. So I've played a few, but I have not played since they've gone into their full-on like open world. It's all about how it plays at the feet. The answer is it doesn't. Straight through it. Straight through it. You're playing 2 again. 2 is great, but I feel like going back to 2, the free running, just being the old like 360 PS3 era, like how it reads the wall runs. I felt like you would always be like running next to a wall and then it would snap and like take you up the wall, and I would get so frustrated by it. So that's the one thing that I was not a huge fan of going back to it, but I thought those games were awesome. Black Flag was good. I did not get a chance. I have Black Flag. I'm pretty sure it was free at some point. Just never got around to actually playing it. But I used to love them, and then they started to come out like every... I don't know, felt like they were coming out every year. Year after year after year, they were just pumping out Assassin's Creed games, and it was like, okay, this is too much for me. They don't need to be a yearly release. And that's about when I got out of it. Then there's PGA 2K, yes, every other year. I haven't, so I watched TGL a little bit when it like first became a thing last year. But my problem is it airs while I'm streaming. So then to go back and try and find like a recording of it, I just don't really have the time to. Yeah, I've seen some stuff like that there's playoff qualifications and things going on right now. Prefer the older parkour controls a little bit to the streamlined version now, where you just hold A and it has to assume whether you want to jump, climb, parkour, or whatever you have. Yeah, I remember at times getting frustrated. Like in the beginning, it didn't really bother me because it was just like, wow, this is so much fun and is different. But then like the more that I played and then like trying to go back, right? Like as the free running got better towards like Assassin's Creed 3 and stuff, trying to go back to 2, I was like, ah man, like I absolutely loved Assassin's Creed 2. But the free running did not hold up near as well. At least I didn't think so. EA Sports PGA drop off a cliff. Yeah, that game got abandoned. They did not reach the heights I think that they had hoped to, and they stopped. I don't think there was ever an official statement. All right, 6 under through 9. That's a good warm up. Let's go do some ranked. Yeah, 2K's still putting out games. I think so. I think they have the rights to Tiger Woods, and I think they have the market dominated. So I think they will continue. You know, they quote unquote survived EA's launch, poached EA, top people. I think 2K will just continue to pump out golf games every other year for the foreseeable future. Now how big of differences we'll see game to game and like those sorts of things, who knows? But I think they have a formula that's working for them right now. Throwing a lot of stuff after they lost the FIFA name. I mean, it honestly just saves them a bunch of money, right? Old ones, the story is all that. Well, and that's the thing, right? With any game that you drag it out, the longer you drag it out, if you're trying to keep that same story going, it's going to get weaker. Hard to keep a strong story, title after title after title. What's going on, game man? Not big into golf, little on the PGA Tour itself. Can't go wrong with a good golf video game. If you haven't, and I believe they're going to be bringing it to console at some point. On PC, it just came out, Super Battle Golf. It is a chaotic, like, you play with your friends type of game. So much fun. So much fun. Chaotic golf with rocket launchers and grenades and or like landmines and golf carts and everything. You can hit your opponents and all that sort of fun. Very different than if you want like golf, so to speak. Yeah, that's on PC right now. But I think because it had such a great launch, they're looking to bring it to console. Alright, this is gonna go... I think I need just a little bit off of this guy. A little bit short. Tiger Woods PGA Tour. Yeah, I mean, Tiger Woods PGA back then, I mean, from the launch of it in like 99 or something like that, all the way through 20... Was it through 2012? Somewhere around that ballpark is when it became Rory. 12 or 13. Yeah, those were all EA titles. 2K's just picked up the... Obviously, they don't call it Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2K, but yeah, completely different. Completely different devs, completely different games. Yeah, I played Tiger 06. 06 was my first entry. So I had Tiger 06, and then I think I had Tiger, I want to say 10 on the Wii. But that was just one of those... The Wii was like the family console that we had. You know. I did not get first pick. I wanted Xbox 360, but having siblings, we got the Wii. Excellent. Look at that. Look at that lovely rollout. Having siblings, we got the Wii. So I didn't get an Xbox until a little bit later. But I like kind of had my big sports phase from like 2005 to 2000 and 10 or probably. I did shift over to FIFA then in college, so like 2005 to 2015 was kind of my big sports time. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, then I kind of fell out of sports games for a while. And then 2020 got back into sports games with PGA 2K21. I haven't really played other sports games. I played like 1 year college football. Not much else. I don't know. I enjoy the like action RPG stuff a lot more most of the time. And I think a lot of that has to do with a lot of games have gone to that like live service wanting every bit of your attention, model with ultimate teams and those sorts of things, and that doesn't really interest me. Okay, I need to hit this. I only got 102. I say it's 600 yards into the wind. I think we can maybe still stretch it there in 2. Present day part of this story in Assassin's Creed kind of interesting. This day they kind of done nothing with it since they killed Desmond in 3. Spoilers. No, I'm kidding. Monopoly over so many sports for decades, except maybe racing and wrestling. Well, no, they did with racing. I mean, EA was the one that produced the NASCAR game. Now, I know that there was like NASCAR Heat and stuff. I think that's what it was called. But like, EA had NASCAR. I think, is F1 still F1 still technically under EA? Or a branch of EA, I think. Obviously, there are other like racing sim games and stuff that have, taken over in that regard, right? And you've got Gran Turismo with Sony and all that. But yeah, like NBA, 2K won the NBA battle, so to speak. Hop over this downslope. Give me the backstop. Do not park yourself up there. Come on down. Oh wow, that died on the hill. It's kind of crazy. I don't like this. I do not like this, Sam I am. Because how straight is it? How much break is it? That's scary. Gran Turismo, Forza, Need for Speed, and other ones had more space in that genre? Yeah, that's true. I've seen a few people play Burnout recently, which I thought was interesting. I don't know why. I don't know if maybe just because one person played it and then I saw it recommended. I did enjoy those games, but I never actually really... I'm not gonna say never, but I rarely played the actual racing part. I only ever cared about doing all the wrecks and racking up as much damage as I possibly could. Need for Speed Underground is getting a remake? Psh, I still have Need for Speed Underground in my PS2. There are very few people that will know this just because it was done so many years ago. I played Need for Speed Underground on a 24-hour stream. Hey, what's going on, Big Q? Welcome back. How you doing, man? The problem was, though, there were multiple things. I tried to use a racing wheel. What I learned is, as a kid, you don't notice it. The racing wheels back from that era, like I have one that plugs into the PS2, GameCube, and Xbox. Terrible. Terrible sensitivity and all that. But on top of that, I was trying to then, like, convert the AV into an HDMI capture and stuff. There's all sorts of stuff with lag, like input lag and everything. Not really an ideal situation for trying to play games, because we also did try, I think we muscled our way back then, like years ago. I think we muscled our way through a playthrough of Jak and Daxter, but the input lag and stuff was no fun. Midnight Club walks to GTA and Red Dead Redemption could run. Midnight Club, I think my cousins had like Midnight Club 2. 1 or 2, maybe both. So I had like very little exposure to the series through that. I have Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition on my PS2. I freaking love that game. At least I have very fond memories of starting with my Dodge SRT4 and working my way up to my Chrysler 300C pimped out with, you know, you put the hydraulics on, and there was that invincible move that you could like toggle and just like ram cars. And I remember Vince Papali, like the movie Invincible had come out around that time. So I remember just being like Vince Papali and then wrecking fools. I did hate racing with the motorcycles though. I just wasn't near as good at that. I think if you drove into a wall, you would just like eject from the motorcycle. Made the new engine for GTA 4 and onward. For context, never forgive them for taking your racing game away. Gotcha. So they like effectively made the engine for the third game great, and then by proxy also destroyed the existence of the game going forward. Only cares about family when racing. My wife and I are big Fast and Furious fans. Big Fast and Furious fans. It was funny too, because it was like it started out as I had seen some of the Fast and Furious movies like when I was a lot younger, and my wife had never seen any of them, so it was like, we'll watch it just to see if she likes it. We watched all of them, and then freaking for them to leave a cliffhanger at the end of Fast X, and like it's not gonna come out for years. Like, what the heck? Are we good? So close. You don't think you watched the past 3? No, the current ones are just blowing up the moon or something. Yeah, they do send 2 of them into space, and one of them. 8 and 9 are all right. 10 is actually, I thought 10 was better. I thought 10 was solid, and then they leave it on a cliffhanger, and there's a part 2 that's not supposed to come out for like, I think until next year even, something like that. Like a several year gap between the two. It's like, come on, man, you can't leave it hanging like that. And I don't think we knew when we watched it that there was going to be another. Like, I don't think we knew going into it that there was another movie to come. So like, we're watching, and we're like, you know, you're thinking like, oh, it's gonna resolve. right? And then it's just like thing happens, and then the movie's over, and you're like, there's more, and I have to wait. What do you mean? What do you mean? Need for Speed Underground, Fast 1, Too Fast, Too Furious, and Midnight Club were like the perfect storm for those times. Yeah, and I still rode that high of those games. Now, it's not to the same extent of like the arcade racing and stuff, but I still loved like the Test Drive Unlimited games. Was really disappointed to hear the Solstice or whatever, the one that came out like within the past couple of years, like sucked. Because I really enjoyed. My cousin had the first one, which is how I got into it. I had Test Drive Unlimited 2. Very, very different, but still was a fun racing game. Ooh, Aronimink? I need to, we need to scout Aronimink a little bit. I need to figure out where to go. Need to figure out where I should stand to watch. I was told look for a place where you can see a couple different tee boxes and greens. Still overwhelmingly negative at $15 on sale. That is most unfortunate. That is most unfortunate. Forza Horizon 6 in Japan looking nice. Kind of fatigued on the festival setting. I played a bit of Forza Horizon 5, which is the only Forza Horizon that I've played. Because I had Game Pass at the time, played it with some friends. I mean, fun enough, but yeah, it didn't feel like old games with as much meaningful progression. Just kind of felt like you kind of get whatever cars and do some of the different races and stuff. I don't know. I'm not necessarily saying like, oh, I want a sim racer, but there is, you know, the feeling of progression is fun. Yeah, like you get cars from slots and there's like, I don't know. It's just a ton of openness and directions, but it feels directionless in the sense of like you just are kind of you do whatever things you want, not so much having to worry about, okay, well, like I gotta beat this race, and then if I beat this race, I can do this and get this type of car. What's going on, Liam? JB, welcome back. Provide more context. Wife is pregnant. Hoping today. That's really about it. Ooh, that snapped on me. No, today's the due date. My wife's been having feelings here and there, so. Figured I should probably not play any sort of competitive rounds. We'll just chill with some ranked. And clearly the title is interesting enough. Go do, no, I can't, because if I make a cut in plat, I don't want to have to withdraw. My wife said, how fast can you play? I said 2 hours at the least. But more likely like 3. Car ranking parts, you just free willy through the game, don't need to progress up. Yeah, like, I don't know. I like there being a sense of progression and like, you know, when you would, oh, it's like, oh, I finally got this car. Right? like after all this time, you're finally able to save up or earn whatever car. Yeah. It was fun to play, very arcadey though, in the sense that like it didn't feel like if I played it by myself that it was like, oh, we're just, yeah, this is where I'm at in the game. I'm in the waiting. Yeah, I pan around. I have a green screen in the waiting room. I've got some sort of like Starlink set up for something. Oh man, the hospital has really good Wi-Fi. All of a sudden you hear somebody screaming coming into the emergency room. Hey, can you keep it down? I'm streaming here. Yeah, I absolutely loved Midnight Club. You had so much customization and stuff that you could do too. It can't be that bad, just push. I'll let my wife know that you said that. I'm sure she'll be thrilled. Kick left. Not gonna kick left enough. What's going on, Austin? What game are we playing? Things to say to get your wife to hurt you. I don't need to have that. I don't need to have that happening. No thanks. No, thank you. Midnight Club 3 Need for Speed main menu songs live rent-free in your head. They don't live rent-free in my head, but I'm sure as soon as I hear it, it's going. I just don't remember what the songs are off the top of my head. It's been so long. I do remember, for whatever, I mean, I remember Get Low was on the Need for Speed Underground soundtrack. I remember Need for Speed Carbon, Love Me or Hate Me by Lady Sovereign. I don't know why that's like the one song, but I remember that one playing quite a bit. Dun, 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 dun. I know, we get so many copyright strikes if we went and played those games on stream. For sure. You're on Skype in Afghanistan when your first baby was born? Have experience? Yeah, but that's a little bit different circumstance, JB. A little bit different. That's kind of that's the unfun trade-off, right? If a game has streamer mode, that also just means that you're not getting the same music. Not getting to experience the greatness of the soundtrack. I remember some of the old FIFA games having some solid soundtracks. That or like you just listen to the songs enough. But I think like, I don't know, I want to say FIFA 15 had like a bunch of good like alt-rock ones on it. Yeah, there was some definitely solid like between racing and like other sports titles and stuff. There are a lot of good musical choices on those games. The snowboard games were SSX, right? I never played them, but I remember seeing them. They would probably be a bunch of fun. Honestly, I didn't do... Did anybody really play too much of the Tony Hawk remasters? Because I think I have it. I think the Pro Skater 1 and 2 was like free on PS Plus 1 month a while back. I don't know, I didn't play them a ton as a kid. I played some at friends' houses, didn't have it, and then I remember my buddy and I in like college, we were home on break, and he was in a mood to play some Tony Hawk. And so we went out looking for Tony Hawk, and... Oh, come on. The only thing available for 360, it had like 3 maps. It was like DC and like 2 other maps. It was just not as fun as the old ones. And then he went on GameStop's website and bought like 4 or 5 used PS2 games for Tony Hawk. He had a good time with it. It's gonna cut over. Come on, bounce forward and left. Don't catch the uphill. And out of gas. Skate 3 came out. You were in an exit. Hold on. Skate 3 release. Ah! Now the name makes a lot more sense. Technically, there's something that should happen here, and I'm having great internal conflict. But more actual skateboarders than played? Just trying to get you. Well, I went through in like 3rd grade. Yeah, believe it or not, I went through my skater phase. I asked for a skateboard. I had a skateboard with like a bulldog on the bottom. Had like some ramps and stuff. I never got any good at it, but we would use the ramps. We had a hill. We had our sand mound in the front yard. And so when it snowed, we would put the black ramps on the hill. Do little jumps. Let's see here. So 136. Man, that uphill lie just eating it. Crazy. Not feeling like I'm gonna get eaten alive like that. a mountain bike instead of a skateboard. Like to cycle again, but the area you live in doesn't facilitate it, other than going to parks or trails. I had a bike with pegs. I remember I like had that same bike then, never got a new one when I was a bit older. So I was just like stuck with this lower size bike. If I ever wanted to actually go biking as I got, you know, out of middle school and stuff. How long? I probably haven't played Plat since, what, September, October, or something like that. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I've honestly, if my wife wasn't pregnant, I would not be holding out like this. But I really just didn't feel like coming off of not playing for weeks and then like start playing Plat for a couple weeks and then stop again. So we were playing Trucum to kind of get back into things. Once I come back from paternity leave, whenever that actually officially starts, I will more than likely take like a week or two to kind of get back in the swing of things, and then we'll send it. And we'll send it. Tough. Yeah, I don't think I have anywhere really to... Even if I had a bike, like, we have the development that we live in. I don't know where I would go to do any sort of, like, off-road type biking. There's probably got to be something around some trails, but I would have to go... Just to ride like a bicycle normally, I'd have to go out onto like the main road, which is out of our development is like a 55-mile-an-hour road, so I don't know. I would really love that. Ooh, that was close. That was close. All right, another dub. Easy does it. Oh, we're the wedge wizard or the spin doctor. 15 wedges, okay. Sure. Also brings me great joy. Brings me great joy to defeat someone who so proudly claims the Buckeyes as their life. Makes me very happy to defeat them with ease. Wow, look at all these fittings. Like candy. Setting up a stationary bike. Biking hurts, man. The seats are not comfy. Put it at that. Seats are not comfy. I mean, I guess like if you have it set up in a way where you can like watch something or do something else. But yeah. I don't know. I'm looking forward to the weather getting nicer. I've been fairly sedentary through the winter here. It's been so cold. I'm looking forward to even just being able to get out and like go on a walk. Toddler can run around Wife and I can get some walking in, push the baby in a stroller, carry the baby. That's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah, it's been cold. It's supposed to start raining a bunch this coming week, and it's going to jump for us at least up into like the 60s to low 70s. After January and stuff has been, I don't know, average in the low 20s. Second, Hugh. Second. Okay, give me like 3 minutes. We'll get the pre-rolls cleared out, and then we will hop back into some ranked and keep this thing rolling. Appreciate you guys being here. If you're watching on YouTube and you're enjoying, you can always drop a like, drop a sub, all those good things. Very, very much so help out. And yeah, I'll see you guys back for some more ranked in a few.
It's raining!
Ads. All right, we are back in business. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll run, we can run a duo, Hugh. I'm down. Down to run some duos. Let's see here. I just need to reset my capture card. Try and get rid of as much audio desync as possible. The fun thing is it an I or is it a lowercase l? That's the fun part of the room code here. If it's an uppercase I, that'd be Uzis. But I have a feeling it's L, because with uppercase I have the hat and the feet, so to speak. Roman numeral 1. I honestly, I hate the room code system. I hate the room code system for this game. Like, I understand, oh, it's only 7, like, it was capital I. Like, why make it full alphanumeric? Make it hex. How many people are playing your game? Make it hex, maybe add a couple of digits at worst. Having it be fully alphabetical, like, I don't know. Strongly despise. Alright, Hugh, I'm gonna try and give you a full wedge. Try and give you full wedge. Hopefully that's 115 should be a decent. It is kind of awkwardly in between sand and gap, depending, but it'll hopefully be not too bad. I mean, look at we're birdie 3 now in both ranked solos and duos. I mean, big come ups, moving up in the world, moving on up in the world. I am very curious how many people are gonna pick up the game today and go straight into ranked. I feel like that's such a big mistake that a lot of people make, is just for whatever reason, if ranked is an option, they just, in their head, they need to go into ranked immediately. And it's like, no, maybe learn the game, upgrade your character a little bit before you go into the competitive mode, where things actually, like, matter, things count. Don't really know what that mindset is all about. Like, even if a new PGA game comes out, like, I'm not playing competitive stuff right away. Get in there. Nice shot. Nice shot. I can make those putts. I can make those putts, no problem. Easy peasy. So if this guy is a puck nut, does that mean that he's like a hockey fanatic? I mean, I know this is another game with a stick you whack things with, but a little different. Though they do say that, yeah, hockey, that slap shot motion is better for transitioning to golf than the baseball swing. Maybe that means when I'm, you know, thinking about golf, I should be trying to think about slap shot. I was telling my wife about it the other day. So back in high school at my church, we built a like street hockey rink. It's pretty sweet. We had like actually made like a wood, I think it was pretty low what we had on the perimeter, but then behind, like, we actually had like proper backboards. You know, just like these 2x, or not 2x4, but like these plywood sheets and stuff that we had behind, you know, sturdied up, obviously, so that you could try and like hit the tennis ball or whatever around, you know, try and do passes around behind the net. Pro hockey players used to come out and play with us when he played skins. Keep up with you pros. When you say you pros, are you like, you work as a golf professional, Hugh? I mean, I'll play it from anywhere. I prefer full wedge. You were years ago, okay. If there's room on the green, if you can get it down to pitch, I don't mind. I would just say try it. Keep me out of flop if you want best results. But I can make anything work. My choked 60 is 96 yards. Normally like 101 for a full. Just once I get down to partial stuff, it's not as consistent. Yeah, because you're gonna get shots like that. I just didn't love that because I felt like if I went up to the sand wedge, I was gonna fly it out the back of the green. I don't know, I was just thinking that whatever the bounce was, we were gonna get wrecked. Mans ran out of gas on the doorstep. Okay, we get a chance to steal one. Honestly, it should be a fairly straight putt from down there. There you go, get in there. Nice putt. I mean, it was a good leave. It was right on line. I was trying to get the bump from left to right off of that lie, and then I knew it was like a straightish run up the hill. Let's see here. What is it to the end of the fairway? 400, okay. So we'll just hit a regular power drive. I don't have to do any sort of fancy stuff or worry about anything. So that should be kind of right in there on some sort of 3-wood. 3 hybrid, 2 iron kind of distance. I think with the angle, they still have a chance, but 292 means they've got to do a whole lot more, like, running the ball up there. Yeah, I really wish I could see with this game player numbers on more than just Steam. I haven't checked the Steam numbers in a minute. I would imagine that as the season is ramping up, especially as we get towards the Masters here, we'll start to see like a pretty decent surge. But I'm always curious like what the actual influx of players is when it comes to when the game goes on PS Plus for free. Like I know it brings an influx of people, and I know that's also like why they're doing Twitch drops at the same time. I'm curious about the overall boost that it gets. Will also be interesting to see like the longevity of it too. You know, it felt like it held through the summer last year. It's probably going to die again going into the winter, leading into the next game. Which, like, if the next game is also coming February next year, it'd be interesting to see when they actually announce it. I feel like one thing with ranked, people seem to be pretty solid at chipping. Although it is very easy to miss chips when you get off of a straight swing. Destroying all the new players, Rio? Trying to. I mean, like I said earlier, I don't think that new players should even be stepping foot. In ranked? Yeah, I never have understood that. Never understood that mentality. Of like why you would just fire up the game for the first time and head into rank. We are up at birdie 3 though, so we shouldn't be getting the brand new people anymore. Recycling store items, making ultra bundles, so just trying to get these players to buy. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's I mean, and they're gonna try and get people to buy multiple season passes. Like, yeah, it's all a push for a new wave of people to get microtransactions out of them, right? Because obviously you're not making money off of the game being free. I don't know how behind the, like, if a game goes free, I don't know if there's any sort of money made, like Sony to the studio, or how that stuff all works. Normally, games go free for one of two things. There is a new game in that franchise that is coming out, and so they're trying to get people in to buy the new game then, or you're trying to get people to buy microtransactions for your existing game. Those are pretty much the two reasons that a game goes free. Every once in a while, there's like some old game that goes on, I don't quite know. But normally there is, I mean, it's all business driven, so normally there is an ulterior motive. Bundle with a Sapphire tier club. I didn't even look. I saw that there was a club. I saw, ooh, Evo tool. And then I was like, well, you can just buy Evo tools. Like, how much of a discount you really get? I didn't even look to see. The club is a Sapphire. That's a slap in the face. That's a slap in the face. I mean, like, I get that they don't want to just give out all of the stuff at the highest tier, because then that eliminates any chance of people purchasing microtransactions and all that, but still. Titles G2 we got in May. Yeah, I wonder, are we gonna just get like a bit of a repeat? Yeah, how much are we gonna stick to the year 1 launch cycle with the recycle? You know, is there a little bit of shuffle to it, or are we gonna be getting a fairly similar pattern to what we did in year 1? You know, and how many limited edition clubs are going to get pushed versus the other ones? You know, in the hopes that the new players maybe don't recognize that limited edition clubs are crap. I'm just hard-headed and I upgraded them a couple times, and so I just stuck with it because I didn't feel like grinding out the season to get the higher tier free club to switch over. Not gonna get any clubhouse 6 to 8 buys if they don't give it new merch. It's actually worth the store. That or they release 3 broken shots. I don't even know what they're gonna come out with. Like, are there gonna be shots on the new one? Like, do we have a spot left? Is every clubhouse pass going to have T-shot flop? You know what? At least with the T-shot flop, if you can put it on any club, then you can do the true par 3 like 14 club challenge or whatever, right? Where you have to try and hit as many gers, and you only get to use, like, each player gets to use a club, and then that's the only time that club can be used, type of thing. I wanted to do that. I have like a list of ideas for videos, some of which involved other creators, but the whole collaboration thing is lost on me. Also, yeah. don't have close friends, and I don't think I'm big enough of a creator in my own right to warrant people like reaching out to me to be like, hey man, you want to do something? For me, it just feels like I'm like, hey, can I have some views from you? So, yeah, I have a note on my phone called video ideas, and it's a list of a ton of things that I've never done. Because it takes a lot of time, and I don't know how much interest there actually is. That's always my fear, is like putting out stuff, like taking a bunch of time to do things and not getting a return because it's always deflating. But that's more of like a me problem, the mental side of things. I'm not really cut out to be a YouTuber. I enjoy the streaming side of things too much. Making YouTube videos and such is definitely the more lucrative thing. The smart thing for me to have done would have been to release a tutorial video for this game today. Technically, it would have been to do it at launch, but the second smartest thing would have been to do it is release for the PS Plus launch. So I did in 2K23. It's the most successful video I have on the channel. Should have done that again, but, you know. This time, got a wife and kids. Well, I mean, I had a wife and I think I technically had a kid back then. Anywho. Time is just always a very pressing matter. And I'd rather be well rested for a baby coming than have a video out. Truth be told. So the most I do these days is make a short. Because a short is not too much time. Not that they go like crazy viral because it's golf, but make some shorts. Good shots and funny things and whatnot. Although on paternity leave, I'm going to maybe make it a goal of mine to make a couple of YouTube videos in what little free time I get. I was thinking about it. I don't think I can, though. Too tight of an angle. I was trying to see, like, can I squeeze an overpowered power drive there? Maybe if I had, like, the flight ball on, then I think I could. If I had the flight ball on, then I could, then I can muster that. Yeah, I think I'll try. I think I'll try and do some YouTube videos. We'll see, though. We'll see. I think the hardest part for me is I'm not a hugely creative person. I'm more of like a task challenge driven person. And I don't know how to like turn that into something, or at least turn that into something that I could do myself, because I also am not really in the business of, I don't have enough views coming in to be able to justify like, oh, here, I'm gonna record stuff and have it edited. If something's getting edited, I'm doing it myself. And I am a very weak editor. I can do some basic cuts and things, but nothing enough to justify paying somebody else. So lose money sort of situation. I don't know what it is. My arm has this like one itchy spot on it right now. And I think that's because it's got like a little bit of irritation, and it's like right at a, what is it, skin tag or mole or whatever you want to call it. Alright, GG's. Easy dubs. Easy dubs, Hugh. I'm also very curious to see how much, as the weather gets nicer here and having a second little one at home, to what extent will Colby be able to go hit golf balls even at the driving range? I'm not even saying play around the golf. I'm just saying go hit golf balls. So are they gonna think that? So we just smoked them. Are they gonna think that I got hard carried, or do they think I pulled my weight? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to do. Did I? Is the perception that I helped? Vulcan and Stevo. Now, is it Mahiti or is it Mawiti? Didn't have a putt over 10 feet. Yeah, just dropping. Actually, we did, Hugh. Hole number 2 there. I left you like an 18-footer, but it was pretty well straight up the hill. I mean, that's what they said. Some of it is not just about proximity. It's about just putting it in the right spot. But I do like proximity. To be fair, I do like proximity. I don't know that I've played this course. Ew. They still have 197 yards. 484 yards, but it plays as a dog leg left. Uh-oh. Sit. 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 Okay, I don't know about getting this one inside 10 feet. Obviously, we'll try our best. That's just a little bit off the mark, and they have to putt it from there. $180. It's at least back at like 162, if not earlier than that. And it's gonna have a bunch of bounce and roll. I feel like it's gonna go a bunch. I'm gonna, with this downhill lie. No, I could have played the 8-iron. That's gone. Could be worse. Could be worse. I just didn't want it to be that, like, I got the, like, really low end of it. But I guess I could have taken the 8 because it's de-lofting it enough to kind of treat it like a 7. They're chipping it? Coward. You deserve that. Come on, move back right. Straight. Ah, not that much. Not that much back right. That took a hard step in the middle. Alright. Alright, we'll push the first. Push the first. Not a big deal. Plenty of golf. 363, depending on the wind, this is drive the green. Where is he going? My man's plays an intentional miss. That's straight up that's a push. That's an aimed for push. This is dumb, but I pulled it, so sorry about that. the one time that I pull it instead of push it. LOL. I've been missing on the push side. So I'm thinking like, oh, I'm in the clear, pulled it. Nice shot. 37 yards is an awkward distance. Can maybe like long flop something out of there, I guess. Just a matter of, is it gonna run away down the hill? Out to the right was certainly the better way to go. Maybe I should have erred on the side of pushing, much like he did on his tee shot. Well, I have faith. Oh boy, that got scary. Almost hold it. That got very scary at the end. Low? Dang. That foot lie. It's so hard because I had one earlier where I powered it straight through the foot lie, nothing happened. That one it went. Alright. Well now they think they've got it. Now is when we apply the pressure. Dominate from here on out. I blame myself though. I took the power drive and I pulled it. I would say 35 yards is a nice distance advantage. Not that they can't reach, but the amount of control. Especially into a front pin like that. Come on, climb the hill. Don't come back down. Oh, it's gonna come back down. Dang. Wow. Just wow. Okay. Still pulled even more to the left. But maybe we can replicate? Eh? This game sucks. I just watched my mans roll down the same hill. Is it because he had more roll? Hey, the hole's over there, Hugh. Am I trying to give them the line? What's going on, Slim? How you doing, man? I'm just miffed that it didn't come back down. At all. Like, his gets up to the top and then rolls all the way down like a few feet from the hole. Mine just parks it there. That's annoying. Love the Flyers fit. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, imagine we actually get a shootout win. What a time to be alive. Okay. They're down there. Doors open. Okay. Didn't sit as soft. I tried to take distance off of it and it still cut through. You're a lifelong Pens fan? Boo, but Eric Lindros is one of your faves. What's going on, Golfhead? How long does it take to get to 99 overall? I mean, it's gonna take you a decent number of hours. I don't know these days if there's, like, any faster ways to get there, but yeah, it's definitely gonna be, I don't know, I would say at least 50, 60 hours, maybe more than that. I mean, I know they run some double XP weekends and stuff too. Hey Hugh, we're getting smoked, man. This is supposed to be ranked domination. What's happening? Some bad luck, I suppose. You're like 40 hours in? What level are you at? Because the thing is, 99... Like, once you get to level 90, you can kind of maximize the important stats by 90. And level 99 is just kind of to fill everything else in. Plus, you have all of the club upgrades and stuff, too. What overall, I guess, what overall are you at? And what are you mostly playing? Because if you play a lot of ranked and, like, online stuff, you're not gonna progress as fast as if you grind out the career mode for a while. I know, as soon as I take this stupid choke shot, it's gonna play the way that I thought that the last one was going to, and it's gonna drive me bonkers. But here we go. Yep. I'm annoyed. I'm so annoyed. Like, I played the The last one, I think I'm taking more. I just like can't get this to dial in for whatever reason. $60-80 potentially, no clue though, because you dollar your leveling early access. Specialty shot tiers. What unlocks rebirth? Level 90, I think, unlocks rebirth, right? Something like that. Optimal settings is as high of a difficulty multiplier as you can do. And then, I mean, if you're like looking to make it a cakewalk, like what's the highest difficulty you can do and still beat the opponents all the time is basically what it comes down to. Right, because you're looking for an XP multiplier. So as high of difficulty as you can play on, you can lower the career mode difficulty down because that doesn't affect anything. You know, lower the AI and all that. Hey, we got a hole. We're still in it. Time to mount a comeback. You play on pro. Yeah, so I mean, like, if you can turn other things off or if you can manage to play on master and stuff, that's all gonna help speed the process up. Yeah, when I'm not playing ranked, I'm normally playing on some sort of master or legend difficulty combination, so, you know, it's all XP multiplier. 2 rounds full course. I mean, the number of rounds doesn't really matter. I think technically if you just played single rounds, that would be faster because you would be able to beat your rival more, get more VC that way, that sort of thing. I mean, but you get per round XP. I guess 2 rounds if you have any. I always did like 2 rounds on the majors. That way you had like cut making stuff. Two rounds is probably fine though. Opponent difficulty doesn't matter. No, the difficulty multiplier is fully based off of your difficulty. You can set the opponent on easy or on the maximum. It's not going to have any effect on your multiplier. Today's still baby day, Fly Guy? Well, today's the due date. Maybe not here yet. We don't have an induction scheduled, at least at the moment. Trying not to. We had an induction with the first one. We're trying to ride this one out. Come on, land on the green. Nice. Nice shot. Nice shot. T-minus negative hours, yeah. So I'm hoping that like put it in the title and different things will make her come, but I don't know that that's gonna work. I'm just like I'm paranoid because I'm like as soon as I decide I'm gonna play true sim rounds or gonna play like anything like that, that we're gonna, you know, that she's gonna come in the middle of it and I'm gonna have a withdrawal and all that sort of thing. So I'm like, we'll just run some ranked. The worst thing is I would have to just like quit in the middle of a match. Give somebody a dub. Okay, hopefully this is a sign of things to come here, Hugh. We're falling apart at the seams. We got 3 holes to go. We're only 1 down. Hey, what's going on, Carl? Exciting, absolutely is. We're excited. My wife's over it. Just over the being pregnant part. She's ready for baby to be here. I'm ready for I get 3 months of paternity leave. I'm not saying I'm gonna take that much time for paternity leave necessarily from you guys. We will take a paternity leave though. Hey, what's going on, Isaac? I don't think I can get that up there. Come on, put them in the crap. Now they've got a shot at it. Miss my streams? We're still around, Isaac. We're still around. Hope you've been well. Okay. Well, now I have to go for a hero shot, right? The problem is, I don't think I can. $240. One kick left. Stay up. I tried. Came out way right, but I thought maybe I would get a little bit of help. The problem is I had to fade it. No way I was working in a... Absolutely no way I was working in a draw from there. But the nice thing is if we can get it up close and get up and down, if they miss this putt for eagle, then we can push it to 17, down one, and still hang around here. Come on. Come on. Left, left, left. Oh, nice shot. Nice shot. Easy tap in, puts the pressure on for them to make it. It's left. Beautiful. Beautiful. One down, two to play. Which means we can still win outright. Alright, what do we got here? Par 3, 172 yards. I like that. That's more like it. Need those shots. It's been a minute. Feel like I've been leaving some pretty bad proximities. Into the pit. Talking about. Come on. No whammy. No whammy. We're all square going into 18. That's what we're talking about. Don't call it a comeback. Come on. One to go. $500 yards up the hill, dog leg left. Nice. Just a nice long playing hole. Can't wait to hit like a 4-iron in on the approach or something. Okay, we're 241 yards out. In between my high, I mean, that's like a choked hybrid off of a weird slope. Okay, see what we can put together here. Downhill lie. Like I have to play this, but then it's really just a... Yeah, there's a lot of kick. A lot of right to left, and then a lot of kick. Oh, it landed fairway up slope. Slow it down. Slow it down. We're up in the right part of the green. So that's like step number 1 here. Glad that was my shot, not yours, yeah. Thanks. Ooh. That's gonna get up there. What a kick to the right. Okay, maybe they can give you some information here because I think they're a little further out. I know it's not the same line, but maybe can kind of get a read off of some of the speed here. Some of the break on the green. Oh, did they just have a straight putt down the hill? Nice putt. Glad that was your putt, not mine. All right. Tiebreaker, back to the 17th. Okay, I gotta see if I can replicate the shot. What's going on, guy? It's me and Steve-O again. He learned. I just have that clutch gene. I just have that clutch gene. I'll hit it to 3 feet 2 times on the same hole. Not a problem. Not a problem. Jeez, what a comeback. GG's, what a comeback. That was rough early. That was rough early goings, but we never stopped fighting. We never stopped fighting. That's how you do it. What was it? Were we down 3 at one point or just down 2? For the content? Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, and that got me to tier... Streamer, you're 30. What are you doing? Stop it. Stop embarrassing yourself. Okay. I'm not sure how to feel after seeing the rating. I'm not sure how to feel after that. All right, give me like I'm good to run some more Hue if you are. Give me like 3 minutes. We're gonna go clear the pre-rolls out on Twitch, and then we will get back into things. So don't go anywhere. Not gonna miss anything. We're just taking a quick break. If you're watching on YouTube, you can always drop a like and maybe a sub if you're enjoying. But yeah, thanks for sticking around. Hope you guys are enjoying the ranked, and we'll be back at it in just a few minutes. BRB.
It's raining.
Ads. We back. We back. See? Promise is kept. Alright, now let's try and maybe not have it be as close. I know probably better for content, but I also do like just smacking people around. That's a good time, in my opinion. So we'll see what we can muster here. Got a different set of opponents. Also, Guy, I think I said hello. If I didn't, we'll try to take this one deep. Yeah, just try and get every single one of them to go to extra holes. Or not extra holes, I guess it's just a playoff. I mean, when I saw that it was the 17th, I was like, I hit that one pretty well. I know roughly where I took that shot from. The wind had like slightly changed. Down 69, nice. Look at this. Somebody who actually knows how to play elevation. I too know how to play elevation. Fancy that. Fancy that. That man did not move the aim and almost had the putt run away from him. Much like that. Okay. All right. Green speed 143. Not a problem. No, I suck at putting. That is by far the worst part of my game. And I don't know how to get better at it, to be honest. Played thousands of hours. I don't see putts any better. That's gonna be down in like long pitch territory. Maybe partial wedge. Might have to float a partial 60 in there. That was a big mishit. 75 yards. It's not quite pitch. I overhit the rhythm. I think I hit the right. Everything else, I just was a little jerky on the swing. That being said, technically speaking, 14 feet is always like... I don't know, I feel like being inside 15 feet consistently is still good proximity. Like, my definition of bad proximity is not terrible. I get upset about 10 to 20 foot proximity. It's like, that's not actually all that bad. I get upset about it, but I think most people are probably okay with it. Didn't think it was going to kick that far left. Thought it was a little bit straighter of a run up there. I suppose that's what I get for not taking a closer look. Gonna be deep. I don't know, they have more green to work with? These flop shots on like the uphill lies and everything are always a little bit tougher. And it's never for the stopping power, it's always just for the amount of distance you're gonna lose on an uphill lie is what gets me in trouble. No, boy. Never fun when you have to put it outside the cup from like 4 feet. It's always very scary. I forget about how long an uphill this hole is. 293. I mean, I think with just a regular 3-wood we might be fine. I have the power approach if we need it. Scariest putt in the world, Matt? It's terrifying. And like, that one's not even that bad. I've had ones that are like 5 feet or less, and I think I'm putting it like half a grid or more out. Like, you get like some crazy, especially as you get into like some of the higher green speeds and stuff. And it's really just bad because you have to baby the putt so much. Okay, so this is uphill here. Power approach would take me there. Okay, we'll play a little fader here. Overpower, power approach. I pushed it. We're going to be bunker bound. Honestly, greenside bunker, not the worst. Just throw a pick up there. Full swing. Maybe like a sandwich pick or something. Even without the push, I don't know. But overpowered power approach, even on pro, you are definitely getting some big effects on your line there. Man, it's just like, I'm terrible at putting, and then once you start throwing in those putts like that break a ton in a short amount, it's like I don't have the confidence for this. Nice, nice. Okay, this is door open if they miss this. Excellent. Didn't play the It is always funny when you like play a shot, because I feel like that's one thing that'll happen to me is, you know, you're like working stuff out and then it's like, oh, I forgot the uphill, or oh, I forgot this. It's like you're trying to keep track of so many variables so that it's almost inevitable that you leave like one thing out. Be a good wedge. Because I've definitely had it where it's like, I forgot to play the uphill, or forgot that the uphill would like affect this. I'll do that a lot of times, I think, on like elevation wind calculations. Where it's like, I played the uphill, but then like forgot to factor how the wind adjusts for that, or how the lie was. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. I am off by that much. Big hop, stop. Sit. Okay. They really like to put themselves down into these awkward, like, because 72 yards up the hill, like, you have to take a partial 60. Which I just personally find so much harder to control than a full 60. Teammate dropping darts. Yeah, Hughes hitting some nice ones. Oh, man, what a putt. And it didn't break. Ugh. It's just straight through it, and then it just hangs high. I mean, we're still all square, so it's not like the end of the world, but always stings to drop holes like that. I guess with it being uphill, I should have expected it to skip forward like that. Couldn't really have done much else, though. I would have had to take it even more off. Ooh. Rough. Ball leg way below the feet, too. Ooh, he almost didn't get it out of there. I was almost coming back down. Snapped. So you've had two that snapped on you. You had that first hole and then that one. Mine didn't break. Somewhere in between our reads. somewhere in between our reads lies lies what we're looking for. Oh. That ball's wet. No, it's not wet. Very soft out there in the grassy knolls. Okie dokie then. So a little bit awkward here, actually, because like 25 extra yards is 217. We've got 5 coming back in, but I feel like 6 iron off the tee here is too long. Maybe what we can do is play like a bit more of a fade. Try and take a bit off of it. I'm gonna try and play it over towards the... Oh, I left it open. That's even more of a fade. But this is the safe spot for it to get a kick from. Sit. Sit. Stay. It's off the green. If we square that up and land on the green, I think we can hold it. That was definitely the place that, like, if you were gonna miss it open so that it feeds right to left. Missing it closed is what they did. Then they obviously botched their shot getting onto the green. As did we. Come on, man. Almost able to hold it. We just can't quite seem... We should be several holes up, what, through 16. We should have probably won this by now, or at least have them all, you know, have them door me, but here we are. Let's just try and put them away here. Yeah, this game's free on PS Plus this month. Which, speaking of which, I need to go and claim, I think, some of the other games. I don't know if I'll ever get around to playing Monster Hunter Wilds, or I forget what the other ones are. But I feel like I should at least claim it. I played Monster Hunter World. I actually bought it twice. I have it on PS4 and on PC. I enjoy it. The problem I run into with those games is, like, they just commit such a long grind commitment at the end. You know, the game is the grind, is effectively how it goes. Is he doing a big partial on that shot? Or is that just the animation? Okay. Let's just put it close, shall we? Can we? Let's give ourselves an easy putt, mayhaps. Oh, that's true. I have to put those locker codes in. I think there's two of them. There's like PS Party and another one. Come on. Let's go up one to play. There we go. There we go. Par 5. Take a power drive here. What's going on, Spatial Guy? For pro and above, I super flop is like, yeah. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. I use it, obviously, because I feel like you have to. Yeah, it's too much of a get out of jail free card. And the worst part about it is that the bias flips. So you have people that will play left hand draw in order to get the bias for the flop shot to be the same as everything else. Or left hand fade. But I play righty draw to get that same left to right swing path, but I have to play a right to left super flop, so I'm at a disadvantage to an OP shot. It's great. I actually don't know if the other one is a PS exclusive. Let me look at the tweet and see. I feel like the graphic said about PlayStation, but the tweet, I don't know if it said anything. So there was Putt Putt. It says PlayStation Plus monthly games, new locker code Putt Putt, but I don't know if that's just a graphic. PlayStation 5, what it said exclusive. I don't know if it's any good. That's the thing, I have no idea if it's actually a useful thing. Most of the time, they're not. Yeah, Putt Putt. Okay. It's about dang time. Get in there. Yeah, that course was not agreeing with us. Dominated only one, 2 up. We'll take that though. And we will absolutely take that. Yeah, I'm getting less and less rating from this, and I'm disappointed by that fact. Oh wow, I need to play 52 more holes and I can get a pack of balls. I did the math and it says the math underneath. Off, no, I've got time. I've got time. I'm trying to. We can run another duos and then I might switch to some solos. I also need to redeem those codes before I forget. Minnesota. Where are we playing? I missed it. Awareness level 1. Now the important question is, can you redeem codes during a round? I can. Two Evo tools? Heck yeah. And 250? Alright, I gotta take my tee shot and then we can redeem the other one. I'm actually a little bit surprised that you can... You can queue that up in the middle of a round. I'm sorry, I didn't 88 yards. I didn't realize that I was throwing you down that far. Name locker code. Give me... Putt-putt. A hat. Okay. That one's... The PS exclusive one was much better. The PS exclusive one was significantly better. 2 Evo tools and 250 VC. They're trying to lure the PlayStation users into playing. They're trying real hard, and I'm gonna benefit from it. I mean, if the game is free on PlayStation Plus every cycle, I think it goes on Game Pass. Come on, kick forward. It goes on Game Pass every cycle, but it doesn't go free to play. I feel like it must be that it's more... It must be that it's more popular on PlayStation, user base wise. I ran out of steam down the hill. I underhit it. But the that slope did very little. Yeah. Nice approach shot though by them. I can't be underhitting that. What do you got here? Depending on the wind, you got like a pitching wedge maybe. That is covering the flag stick, but he's deep. But there's a backstop. Any Xbox locker codes? No. So the game is free on PS Plus this month, Spatial. So they had the PS Party exclusive locker code, and then they had the putt-putt, which I think is just a code for everybody for that hat. Highly doubt they're going to do any Xbox or PC exclusive locker codes. I think they're just trying to entice the PlayStation players. So it's like, look at these things you have, and then eventually you run out, but you're in enough that then you want to pay real money. That's the business plan that I would imagine is at play. Nice shot. Ooh, they gotta go outside the hole. They gotta go a lot outside the hole. Never a good sign. We'll take it. We'll get the hole back. You respected it too much. Or hit it too firm, I'm not really sure. 438, but they want me to lay up with my hybrid. How about no? How about no? I think this will be a nice yardage. Is that the big dog? They letting the big dog fly? Oh yeah, this is where you're like, look, I outdrove you, and then you have to hit a partial wedge. I mean, they did, to be fair, hit a good partial wedge before. 91's not the worst, especially with the tailwind, but... Well, actually, no. With the tailwind, still gotta partial it. I don't know. Too much variability on partial swings for me. I would much rather just take 100% and shape my gaps. But some people are more... I mean, the partials used to be so... I mean, when the game came out, the partials were incredibly simple. I remember that you would just have to memorize, like, your swing position at, like, 5 to 10% intervals. And that was it. And it would just like kind of snap you to the number. Now it's way easier to miss. I mean, maybe they just made it that you have to have like super high transition and the same thing still happens. But I only have started giving some transition to my wedges. I don't put any transition in anything else. Except for, I guess, technically my putter, but that's not really the same. Oh, wait. I don't know, I have a ton of stats in putting. I mean, I guess I have as many as you would normally put, but as much as I can get into putting, but it just does not help my reads. That did a little like spin right on the dot. What are the green speeds? Or the green firmness? Because I think it's the speed. I keep ending up just short. That chip on the first and then the chip there, I just keep on missing. Also, you were getting served up all the par threes here, Hugh. Oh, this one's actually an awkward distance. Depending on where the wind's at here, this is like choke 60 with some shape or some partiality. I mean, I can see that stuff is moving, but I can't tell what direction the wind is blowing. If I had to judge based on the flag, it's blowing to the right, and kind of by the way that he's aiming, but I can't tell if it's like right and in, right and down, pure right. Really thinking about this. It's a nice shot. It's a nice shot. Just a hole in one. Get us all square. Hole in one, all square, easy does it. One big bounce forward. Release to the right. Oh, nice try. When you said about trying not to leave it short, was your plan to bounce it from short? Just out of curiosity. Would love to know. Not sure what's going on at the moment. Which way was the wind blowing on that? I know it was to the right. Was it right and in? I mean, I guess I'm obviously also missing exactly what your inputs were, but... only overpowered it to 101. I was really trying to get the 108 on it and just send it, because if we could get it down, run down that hill, you got like 200 in. 10 mile an hour left to right. I mean, if it's pure left to right, then you just have to make the adjustment sideways. It was 32 feet downhill with a wedge, so you're playing that maybe like 8 yards extra carry. But if that wind is cutting in at all, then obviously you're losing the normal plus extra for all that downhill. Alright. I actually don't know where the green kind of lies here, so I don't know what angle I gave you, but I'm hoping that the extra distance here helps us out. This Tig guy's been playing pretty well. I haven't quite paid attention to Lampy, but I feel like Tig has been hitting some nice shots. They definitely had the better angle to that. We're going to be a little closer, but I think we're coming up a little bit more on an angle. See what we got. Somewhere in the 4 to 5 iron, probably 4 iron. Nice big draw. Get down. Get down. Get down. Hit the stick. Hit the hole. Backstop. Come back. No, of course not. Of course not. $116 greens. %. That's a putt. That's a putt. And we made that one. Not that it was like really meaningful, but we finished off that last match with a big putt like that. That's big to try and keep us hanging around in this one. This course just takes place completely out on these islands, huh? Yeah, we'll see if we can swing this match back in our favor. We've been playing from behind just a little bit too much tonight. Just a little bit too much. Feel like we need to get back to that position of power. Ooh. Nice. Nice. Doors open. Doors open. I know they're only 142 yards out, but proximity should be tough from there. Saddle. It's light rough. 70 yards. It's gonna be tough. We'll see what we can do. See what we can do. Might be just partial 60 and shape it up a little bit. 11 miles per hour behind. We're sure how far you want to put it. Yeah, like if you're taking, and like who knows if they clubbed it down there and then tried to ride the wind to carry. I think we should be okay. $71 uphill. I overhit that a little bit. I think I was just concerned because one of the earlier times that I had a partial, I like hit it 1 or 2% over on the rhythm. So I like held on a little bit longer and got a smoother swing, but it ends up still being 2% over. Hey, what up, user friendly? Yeah, but just need to hit that shot a little better. Because that just flies a bit deep. Being a little bit short there, I think the bounce would have been more on, but just a tough spot. I'm hoping so, Carl. I'm hoping so. Thanks, man. Have a good night. I'll catch you later. Okay, Tig leaves the door open. If we can sink a 20-footer, I know it's not the easiest, but if we can sink a 20-footer, we're all square with a few to play. Good effort. Good effort. Okay. I mean, we got 3 holes left. We're by no means out. By no means out of it. 330 down. Okay, drivable 4. I don't think water's in play. Sand's definitely in play. I don't know if you have to just like bunt something up the right-hand side and let it feed to the green. Because if you try and carry to the green, it's not in a good spot. Let's see what they do. So they carried it 298. That's basically full drive, and then it's... That actually sat kind of gently there. 10 at the back. They went 340. 270 into the 280s. That's too far. I think I ended up taking that farther than they did. Better angle, though? Yeah, better angle, because we're about half as close. What's going on, Chris? I'm doing well. How about yourself? We're playing all right. We're playing all right. We haven't lost yet, but we've definitely been having some closer matches of late. So we're down 1 right now, but we got 3 to play. We've got an opportunity to maybe try and drag it back to all square. We had 1 go to overtime, but we were able to pull it out. We hit our approach shot to like 5 feet, 3 feet, something like that. Miss it, please. Is that bad sportsmanship? Is it bad sportsmanship? I know, you know, you like to see good shots and you respect it, but like, is it bad to just be like, please miss? Come on. Huge eagle. Emphasis on the hue. Get in there. All square, 2 to go. Take this thing back over. Just short like your wife tells you. Feels bad, man. Fortunately, I'm not short. I'm just average. I guess I got that going for me. All right, 440 yards and down the hill. That's gonna be an awkward angle. You tell myself that. I'm 5'9". That's average, right? I mean, I know I'm not tall. Not... Let's see what Tig's got. Because just because we're in the crap doesn't mean that they're automatically safe. I think that's the line you were looking for, yeah? About 350. Okay. We got our work cut out for us. I got a higher roll. I wanted to throw loft on it, but I felt like if I threw loft on it and it landed short, we get some crap kick. What up, Cool Beans? Can't get past 890 rating? Gotta work on your game. Gotta work on those approach shots. Reads and everything. Now it just takes... I feel like if you're worried about a rating, it's more about what can I do to get better. Less about the people that you're playing. More about just working on your own game. Not necessarily grinding ranked, but maybe playing some societies and different things to hone your craft. Come on. Break! Break! Not bad, just hung high. Let me guess, they have a straight putt up the hill. I know they do have a little bit of break. Ooh. Any that much power? Nice putt. All right, we gotta win. We gotta win this and win the playoff. But let's start one at a time. We've got a par 5, and this is gonna be a lot on me for the putt at the end of all this. But we gotta go for the eagle. Gotta go for the eagle. Ooh. Dampy with the corner cut. Oh, he's got 210 in. Power drive's too far, yeah? Okay. That'll give us a few more yards. No, I wouldn't say that, Chris. I would not say that. Now, I've missed my fair share of stuff too. Neither one of us is playing fully lights out. Okay, 186 yards. That's the 24-yard swing. I feel like that should make approach life easier, but I gotta make, at the end of all this, I have to make a putt. Unless you can maybe hole one out for us. Well, that's a pretty good shot. Pretty good shot when you're just trying to ice the game here. I'll be into overtime and then we win it. I'll be into overtime, then we win it. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see what we got. 186, playing about 193. The hardest part is, like, I have no reference for wind or anything. Like, I know that this ball is above the feet, right to left. I don't know how downwind, sideways. It's a decent line. Decent distance. Oh, that's a big kick, though. Is it? Not bad, not bad. Okay. It's 15-footer for the win. Never a doubt. Never a doubt. GG's. GG's. Not really fair for them to call it 2 up, but still a loss. First loss of the season. All right, I gotta retire from ranked duos now. Win streak over. GG's, Hugh. Didn't have our best stuff. We paid the price. Hey, thanks for playing. Womp womp. I took that much of a demotion because of your rank? How do I get punished? I don't understand the ranking in this at all. Or like how the movement works. Are they saying that I just played like crap? Is that... Why did I get punished more as the lower ranked player in that party? Who was technically lower ranked than both of the guys on that team? I don't understand. I don't understand a darn thing. I don't understand a darn thing. Because is it because I was hosting? Like, is it because I was win streaking? Like, what are we... Ranked duos, yeah, we're 9-1. We're 9-1 in ranked duos now. What are we, 5-0 in solos? Oh, 8-0. All right, we'll try and get to 10-0 here in ranked solos. Give me like 3 minutes. We'll clear the pre-rolls off on Twitch, and then we'll get right back into it. I appreciate you guys being here and chilling with me tonight. If for some reason you're on YouTube and enjoying it, I know it's a bunch of things have to line up for this to work. You can drop a like, and if you really liked it, a sub. Okay, I'll see you in 3.
It's raining.
Ads. I'm the lowest rank, therefore a loss is going to be more for my mistakes and bad play than his. Alternatively, with the same logic, for a big win, I get more points. Yeah, but that's also playing with a lot of assumptions, right? That's assuming that the higher ranked person played better. Right? I understand that my rank is lower because I haven't played as much, but like, the game is not factoring in proximity to the hole and putts made and all of that, right? I would almost be willing to bet that if the lower ranked player completely outplayed the other, and I'm not saying this isn't anything about how the matches actually went, but I have this feeling that if they oh, I just opened it into the trap. That's why you don't talk through your swing, by the way. But like, if I completely outplayed him and we lost, like, I'm pretty sure I would still lose more. I don't know how much it's actually factoring in. Alright, this should hopefully be enough to let it slow down. I mean, I tried. I mean, I don't know how you can really slow anything down there. What's going on, Jack? I'm doing well. How about yourself? Confirmed by 2K. I'm just saying it should factor in the actual play of the individual and not just assumptions based on that. Because I can guarantee you I did not play that poorly to get docked that much more. I don't know what I'm seeing those putts for some reason. Seeing those putts for some reason. There's also things that over the years I have my doubts about the way that certain things are implemented, because it's one thing to say that something is done a certain way, but the way that it actually behaves in reality is the only thing that matters. Okay, 189 yards. I think we can play a 7-iron here. 7-iron on 150s should be okay. take that. We'll take that. Try and apply a little pressure here. All right. We'll take it. Oh, and they've got sportsmanship. I like it. I like it. Suppose I could have played power drive there. Do they have to go through that tree? They do. That tree is like, I know the 3-wood comes out lower. Oh, we're playing a punch. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately you probably have to in that situation, right? We're on a line. How that lands short, I don't... 99%, I guess? Is there elevation playing a little bit more on that? Rank and play is proportionate, can't factor in variables. By playing ability, if you beat a 1200, it's an anomaly. I guess so. I also just have... Yeah. There's also just a bit of the algorithm that's trying to slow the progression down so that people don't reach the top super fast, so... Chips do not want to fall. But again, it's still... I think my point still stands that I don't think that it quite makes sense that if I'm closer ranked to the people that were playing... In fact, I'm a worse rank than the people that were playing. I should not be punished as much because I'm playing people above my rank. Someone higher ranked than me should take a bigger hit losing to people that are worse than that. Like, I don't know. I just don't think that there should be that big of a penalty because you played with somebody who's better and still lost. It's gonna take the huge kick, isn't it? I hate physics. I hate game physics. Not real physics. Real physics are okay. No, I grasp the topic. I just disagree. Game physics, yeah, I hate the bounce and friction physics between greens and fairways. I don't need to be called stupid in not as many words. Just added a little bit too much to it. I never said that I disagree with math. I am a big proponent of math. I'm saying I disagree with the implementation of the logic behind the math. I don't think that it is in a way that it should be, but I don't make the game, I just play it. If that offends you, I guess I'm sorry, but... Okay, you can go. You feel like I'm too stupid. Alright, see you, dude. Not the conversation I was expecting to have tonight. Yeah, I think with the game physics, like, the friction coefficient and the way that the bounce is differentiated between, and like I get that you can set the bounces different, so I think it ultimately comes down to some of the, I don't know, actually I don't know about that. I think the fact that you can set the fairway and the green so drastically different is kind of dumb too. Just shouldn't be that, like, I understand that it like adds a layer of difficulty and stuff to it, but I hate that, like, if you're at a certain club length, like, if you get up to the and you miss it by, you know, you land it on the fringe, that the difference of landing it 2 inches further is night and day with, like, how it affects spin and all of that stuff, like. And it's been around for games, so, like, it's probably just in whatever their physics engine is at this point, and like we're just stuck with it. But I don't see pros and just like even regular people playing golf get, oh man, like if that just landed 2 inches further, it wouldn't have rolled a mile. Wow, Cloud's out here making putts. Okay, we We get ourselves a little bit of a wedge shot here. Actually kind of puts us in a little bit of a bind because we're in between clubs a little bit. I pushed it. It's pro, it doesn't matter. Okay. Ooh. It does matter. It does matter because I would have been left of that. Unfortunate. Nice. That's gonna be a lovely little swing here if we can't get this to go. Too much roll, my goodness. I mean, I had to give it a roll at it, but was not anticipating. Now, the real jerk thing would be have him concede that at 3 and then I don't do anything, and if he lips the putt or something silly. Man, you want to talk about getting fully bailed out on a hole. And then the ball just gets sucked into that. Jeez. .303. Play a high cut? What's going on, Rob? A little bit of a push. Okay. What a sweater. Oh, okay. Okay. Here I am thinking you're calling me like a, or maybe you're calling the guy I'm playing as a sweat lord or something. We're just pushing everything. Well, I mean, I'm also pushing my shots. Right? I mean, that's the bigger piece that's going on here. It's on a downslope. I kind of have to go a little bit short here and expect it to get a clean lie and kick. Huge Flyers fan typo on the first one. All good. All good. I had to wear Flyers in celebration of actually winning a shootout last night. Feel like we've been losing all our shootouts since the early season. It's like we were winning every shootout early on, and then we started to just lose the ball. So I felt like I had to wear something in celebration. Alright, we just gotta hold on. Gotta hold on here. That 310 leaves him 209, so this is a par 5 that we can absolutely get after. Just need, there we go. Quad up our power drive, center fairway, really try and give ourselves a nice approach. What up, Smoothie? How are you doing? All right. On a slight downhill. I don't know, I think we could take just a little bit off of this. And then... yeah, something like this should be nice. This is where I start to develop trust issues. On a downhill lie, is that maybe the wind is playing more? I feel like the wind always tells lies on ranked. Fluctuates. You have 2K25, but you get over par every time? Well, that means you have a lot of runway for improvement, right? That means you got a lot of room left to improve. How's it going, Cut'em? Alright, GG's. GG, GG, GG. Now enjoy it, because it's fun up at the... as fun as you get up to the top of your game, but then your expectations also go up too. Then your expectations also go up. All right, let's run. I'm just gonna run a solo here, Cut'em. I'm just gonna run a solo here. You hook and slice way too much, so you play casually. Here, so this is my tip for you. Try and set up the same to every single shot. Treat it like real golf. Sit the same, hold the controller the same. Obviously do some tinkering with like left thumb, left stick, right stick, right? Find what you can do the most consistently and then work from there. Because once you can hit somewhat consistently, then you can start going on like relative feel, right? Okay, I'm missing to the left. That needs to feel straighter. I hold the controller like this. I have the controller on a diagonal. I swing a draw swing, so left to right. My swing will feel left to left, straight to left. Like, you just gotta find the feel that gives you the output that you're looking for. Because ultimately, it doesn't matter how you get there. So today is a straight to left kind of day. So that's the feel that I've been playing, personally. I would much rather this go a little long. I left it open. Come on, D-Loft. Don't spin off. Don't spin off. I'll take that. Didn't finish left. I should be out here, yeah. Okay. Good putt there. I never trust myself with putts, so. Okay, we take one. We take one. We'll always gladly take a gift. 387, you're never getting there. 261 is even gonna be tough, so I want to play a little bit of a fade, I think, up here. Don't have any PS5 friends who play this game, Smoothie? Well, it's free on PS Plus, so now you can get all of them to play. And then you just need now you just need PlayStation friends in general, not necessarily ones that play this game. I appreciate the offer, Mo. I'm good, man. I'm good. Honestly, playing the ranked stuff is not our usual. A lot of times we just run TGC Tours Society tournaments and stuff. Don't do a lot of head-to-head with, against people, other than like queuing into ranked. All right, let's see what Jerry's got. That kicks forward, it could be decent. Wow, nice. Even better. What a shot. Oh no. I thought I was gonna just keep going and roll off the green or something. What a shot. Alright, let's try and put something up there. I'm a little bit concerned, honestly. I'm a little bit concerned about what we're gonna get out of this uphill. I'm gonna give it a little D-loft. Mostly because I don't trust it. I also didn't trust that 1 mile an hour wind was gonna truly play a mile an hour, because I feel like I've had too many times where I'm like, oh, it's not gonna go that far left to right, and then it's like 2 yards right and I'm off the green. I took that too casually. I thought I was just gonna hammer that home. But apparently that's down the hill. Wow, okay. Focus up. Focus up. I thought I could just power that in there. We power lip. Neato. Neato indeed. Alright, well, I guess fair is fair, because we got gifted hole 1, and then we square up on hole 2 there, so I feel like 1 under through 2 is, or 1 up through 2 is fair enough. Okay, door is wide open. I really thought that the lie would take us a lot further than that. I mean, it was perfect distance control. I just thought that shot off of that right to left lie, we were going to be quite a bit more to the left. Beginner in a course full of pros? I mean, that's where everybody starts, though. That's where everybody starts. I mean, I started in 2K21, so I just, at this point, I have thousands of hours in the series, and I've been able to, figure out the swing in this game and get pretty consistent with it. So, just gotta spend some time with it. Get up there, just a little left. Not that far left. Not that far left. A little less left. That would have been my second hole-in-one in ranked. And considering we don't play that much ranked, that'd be a lot. What I'm talking about. That's a fringe kick, so he gets it up to there. If he bounces it off of the... If he bounces it off of the green, like, 4 inches further, he's, like, 3 yards short. It's silly. Very silly. Years ago, you played online, go out of bounds so much they kicked you out. The marshal came out, kicking you off the course for pace of play. I've never heard of that. That's funny. See, it's stuff like this. It's stuff like this, and it's like on a downhill. It's on a downhill, and the Y is well above my feet. Like, I guess you want to play it to the right just in case. A little bit of D-loft, sure. See, like that one pulled, look at that. That one pulled 3 times as far as the pitching wedge shot that I just had. I don't understand. I mean, clearly it must have been more above my feet, but hot dang, like I added extra. Make sure I'm gonna be to the right. Nada. Side hill lies and wind. Side hill lies, side wind. My nemesis. My nemesis is? My nemesi? Okay. So if you're a reasonable individual, what do you play here? Because the chip is actually going to come out pretty low, judging by this arc, because it's so uphill. I guess I have to play a flop shot? Guess I have to play a flop shot. I'm not really left with much choice. I wanted to chip it. I really did, but I didn't know. I feel like on that into the hill, it's just dead. I gotta make this. We're good. We're good. If you do reach the green, you're a terrible putter. I am not a great putter either. I'm like really good tee to green, terrible putting. I guess my question to you, Smoothie, is your putting an issue because you're unable to like hit your rhythm, like hit the rhythm on it and your power, or is it just putt reads? Oh, that's money. That's money right there. That's what we're talking about. Without a putt assist line, you've missed every putt. Okay. I'll try and run you through a counting system of sorts to get you on the right track. It's not foolproof, and you'll kind of have to work with it. But effectively, you give a number. So there's kind of two ways you can go about it. You can give a number to every line, or you can give a amount of cups of break to every line. I do a number. Can't tell if it breaks left or right. I mean, if you have the grids on, the direction that the beads are moving is telling you the direction that the putt's breaking. That's what those little white lines are moving across. Now, if you have both left and right, then like those ones are just always hard to read. But similarly to how we have the lines moving here, like the lines are moving fast right to left, which means they're going to move a lot right. The shot is going to move a lot right to left. I don't like when it gets on the green and it goes. That's indicative of some fake breaks. Some very fake breaks. Okay. So these numbers vary a little bit, and he's probably gonna skip out, but these green lines moving, I would say that those are like a 1 in terms of speed. And so that's like, put it on just like the outside of the hole. Depending on, and I can bring up some like actual greens, but if you, depending on the green reader level that you have, I think if you have no upgrades to your green grid size, the grid line is probably going to be like 23 to 20. Yeah, probably somewhere around like a 23 in terms of that count. I want another hole-in-one. I think the game should give it to me. That was a mean kick. Jeez. That was so hard to the right. What's going on, A-Rod? How to get Jordan shoes in the game? I am not 100% sure off the top of my head, to be honest. Because there are so many different ways to get things. It could be from Rivals in career mode. But it also could be from the shop or a Clubhouse Pass. I feel like there's a pair of Jordans from the career mode, like Rivals, but I don't know offhand who. Okay, so for a putt like this, say each one of these is like 4, 8, 12, 16, then we're in the middle, so like 20. The line would be there. He's not going to let me finish it. Understandably so. Let me bring up a course and I'll try and demonstrate real quick kind of what I'm talking about. Come on. Oh, I guess I was like barely into birdie 3 there. I was like, oh man, that was close. All right, let me pull up a green to like quick demonstrate, because the default greens are not gonna be that useful in the practice facility because their green speeds are so slow. So let's see here. If we go, let's just go to something official, just to kind of get an idea. Sure, we'll put it on a Ronamink, why not? All right, let me try and get out to the first green here, and I'll give you a little bit of an example. What up, boss guy? Hope you're doing well tonight. Good to see you. Been a while since you've caught a stream. Well, we've been doing quite a bit of not golf, but we're getting back to having a fair amount of golf in the portfolio. All right, let's try and leave it at least a little bit. Okay, so basically I am splitting the putt up into, this line right here is 20. That being like 20 inches of break. Depending on your green reader skill, this could be closer or further, and so you might have to make some adjustments. But effectively, you're giving each line of break a number. It'll help you at least get a baseline, and then you can make some feels off of that. So like if this green line was a 2, and then it's a 2 behind, so that's 1 to the middle, 2 there. This one's moving about the same speed. That'd be 4, 6, and then this one's a little bit faster, so 9, 10. 10 would put me out to here. Now I'm gonna look at this and I'm gonna realize, actually, I think that this is breaking a little bit more. It is also a little downhill, but it's kind of that concept that you're working with. You know, maybe you go back and say, actually, that's 3-3-3-4 or 3-3-4-4 or something like that. Like, you have to find the numbers that work for you. And I'm still a little bit low. So, like, okay, these greens are rolling a little bit faster, but you can make the adjustment green to, like, course to course as the green speeds change, kind of dial your eye into it. You know, I am by no means a good putter, so I'm not always the best to take advice from when it comes to putting. The tree did clip it, but that is a general way in which you can I underswung that. You can try and improve it. Now, obviously, the further away from the hole you are, the more difficult that's going to be. But if we take what we learned from that last one, it's like, okay, 3, 6, 9, 11, 12, and then it's working its way back. It's kind of like a 10 to a 12 up the hill here. So you draw that line kind of in the middle. 69% nice. And it's okay, we've learned, right? I saw how the first one broke. I was vastly wrong, but now we've kind of updated our application of values. And we make the putt. So it's a bit of a trial process. You need to be ever ever fluid with it, but at least then you can start making your adjustments. And then like downhill, I know, okay, it's probably gonna break a little bit more, but it starts to tune your eye to it so you can make those like, that doesn't quite look right. Make the adjustment, right? So like 2, 3, 6, 10, but then if these are moving quicker, okay, 15, 21, I'm even gonna go 28. This is even into like the low 30s, which is 20, so then this is 30. And then I'm looking at it, I also know it's downhill 4 inches, 50% putt power, and I need to compensate more because of that. And it's like, oh, okay, I didn't actually have to compensate as much. What's going on, Dalton? Yes, 2K25 is still the latest.
And tell your master that we
Crafty
have
Janitor,
been
thank you very much
charged
for the
by
follow.
God with a sacred quest.
Yeah, so the PGA 2K games run on a bi-annual cycle. So we should be seeing a new PGA about this time next year. Be 2K27. Alright, so we got... what, 14 mile an hour wind. Gonna shave like 17 off of this, 24. I think this is one that we should be able to throw kind of right up at it. Let the wind bring it back. Take those. Take those. So that's, if I am like really having a hard time reading putts, that is something that I will kind of fall back to. That is something that I will kind of fall back to, is trying to do some putt math, if you will. Because it helps level me out, right? And so it's like, okay, these ones are like maybe a half. So like in total up the hill, I know I can just kind of go, that left edge is going to be the like 2-inch mark. You can hammer it up the hill. That was even an underswing. Used to be lethal at this when it came out. Don't know why he stopped playing. Probably just didn't have the right competition to keep you going. If I had to guess. All right, little choke driver here. Check it, bounce it up the hill. Overswung. Yeah. That first hop. There is a backstop. I don't know what we're gonna get off of it. Not much. Not much. So we'll do one more example. So let's go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, right in the middle. 15. I would read it right around here. I underhit it by 2%. So like that's not on the read, that's on me. So like that's the general concept. That's the general concept. I know that like Bot is a way better putter. He's really, really good. He's got like a whole system that's based on like number of cups of break. So it's all how you want to visualize it. Whatever you do, you just have to know whatever value you're assigning to the line, you just have to know where that correlates to an aim for you. And that's something that you can kind of build out on your own too. If something somebody else does, that you can assign different numbers and different aims as long as it all works out. 215 repping it? Absolutely, Marty. Although, I'm pretty sure 215's out of phone numbers, right? Is it all into the 267 now? I think 215's been fully depleted. What's the other one? 610? I think 610 is the other guy. All right. Yeah, it's coming up on midnight. Baby's still not here. I'm just like predicating everything on baby coming because I'm hoping that makes her come sooner. So yeah, hopefully I won't see you guys tomorrow because I'll be on paternity leave. But in the case that we are live tomorrow, we'll play some. I think we'll go ahead and play some True Sim and just bite the bullet. So yeah, thank you guys all for chilling. I hope you have a great night. And yeah, let's go say hello to someone else. If you're chilled on YouTube, catch you next time.